Let me tell you about Sarah. She was a talented marketing manager, known for her dedication. First in the office, last to leave. Her life was a blur of emails and late nights. She told herself this was the price of success, but something felt wrong. Friends stopped calling. Hobbies faded away. She was climbing the ladder, but losing herself. The promotion she earned brought more work, not more fulfillment. Sarah's story is common. In today's world, we're always on, always connected. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, believing sacrifice is the only way to succeed. But this relentless pursuit drains our energy, strains relationships, and leaves us empty. The imbalance creeps in slowly, checking emails after dinner, taking calls on weekends, until work consumes everything. We forget how to be present with loved ones, or enjoy simple joys outside our careers. Sarah felt this at her nephew's birthday. Physically present, mentally lost in work. This constant state leads to burnout, not just tiredness, but deep disillusionment. Her breaking point? Missing her sister's wedding for a work crisis. The guilt was immense. She realized her success had cost her something priceless. It was a painful wake-up call. She knew she couldn't keep living this way. Something fundamental had to change. She needed a new path, a way to have both a fulfilling career and a meaningful life. Sarah's story is a warning, but also a chance for change. The question is, how do we find that new way forward? Let's explore. Many of us chase the idea of perfect work-life balance, a scale with work on one side, life on the other. We try planners apps and time management tricks hoping for a perfect split. But this vision is a myth. Life isn't static, it's always changing. Some weeks work needs more attention. Other times family comes first. Trying to keep everything perfectly balanced is exhausting and sets us up for guilt and failure. The real problem? We see work and life as enemies when work is part of life. A fulfilling career can bring purpose, a rich personal life fuels creativity and resilience. The goal isn't to build a wall between them, but to integrate them in a way that feels right for us. Think of life as an orchestra. Not every instrument plays at the same volume all the time. Harmony, not balance, is the key. The important parts of your life should work together, not compete. This takes self-awareness and intentionality, not just time management. It's about knowing when to let one part take the lead, and when to let another shine. Let go of the myth of perfect balance. Aim for a life where all the important parts play together in harmony. That's where real fulfillment begins. We recognize the problem and make resolutions. No emails after 7 p.m., full lunch breaks, leaving on time. For a few days it works. Then the pressure mounts. Urgent requests, meetings, guilt. Old habits return and we feel defeated. Why? Because we struggle to set and enforce boundaries. We want to please others, fear being seen as uncommitted, and worry about missing opportunities. So we say yes, even when we're stretched thin. This isn't a willpower problem. It's emotional. Guilt, fear, and anxiety drive our decisions. We internalize hustle culture, feeling guilty when not productive. Even when we leave on time, we're anxious about unfinished work. Our own minds become our toughest bosses. We don't know how to switch off or just be present. Time management only treats the symptoms. The real issue is emotional. We don't recognize or manage the feelings that push us to overwork. Without emotional awareness and communication skills, our efforts at balance fail. The solution isn't more discipline, it's learning to manage our emotions. That's the missing piece. Let's see how to build it. There's a skill that gets to the heart of why we struggle with work-life balance: emotional intelligence, or EQ. It's not about organizing your calendar, it's about managing your inner world. EQ is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and recognize the emotions of others. It's the foundation for a healthy, integrated life. Think about why our best intentions fail: guilt, anxiety, fear of judgment, all emotional responses. High EQ means recognizing these feelings, pausing, and choosing a thoughtful response. It's not a fixed trait, it can be learned and developed. Like tuning an instrument, with practice, you bring your life into harmony. EQ starts with self-awareness, knowing what you feel and why. Then self-management, controlling impulses and emotional states. Next is social awareness, empathy for others. Finally, relationship management, using this awareness to communicate and build strong bonds. Developing these 4 areas gives you the internal framework for a fulfilling life. EQ is the real game changer. Let's start building it. The journey to higher EQ begins with self-awareness. It's the ability to notice your feelings in real time. In our busy lives, we're experts at ignoring our emotions. The first step is to reverse this habit. Start listening to your body and mind. Try an emotional check-in. A few times a day, pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? Take a deep breath, scan your body, and name the feeling. Anxious, calm, frustrated. Don't judge it, just notice it. Naming your emotion puts you back in control. Another tool: journaling. Spend 5 minutes at the end of the day noting highs, lows, and how you felt. Over time, you'll spot patterns. What triggers stress, what energizes you. This isn't just about events, but connecting them to your emotional responses. Self-awareness gives you crucial data. Without it, you're flying blind. Unhappy but unsure why. With it, you can make conscious choices that support your well-being. Instead of reacting blindly, you shape your day to honor your needs. This is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Start tuning in. Once you recognize your emotions, the next step is managing them. Self-management. It's about what you do after you notice a feeling. The key technique: the pause. When a strong emotion hits, like anxiety from a late-night email, pause before reacting. Ask, is this truly urgent? Can it wait? What's the best response? The pause lets your rational brain catch up with your emotions. Sometimes, just one deep breath is enough. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This calms your nervous system and clears your mind. Practicing the pause breaks the cycle of reactivity. It empowers you to make choices that align with your long-term goals, like protecting your personal time. It's not about suppressing emotions, but holding them lightly and choosing your response. This skill is crucial for setting boundaries. It turns intention into action. Self-management is your bridge from awareness to real change. Now let's move from our inner world to our interactions: social awareness, or empathy. Empathy is understanding others' feelings and perspectives. It might seem like empathy makes it harder to set boundaries, but it actually helps. True empathy isn't being a doormat, it's understanding others so you can communicate your needs effectively. Without empathy, requests feel like demands, leading to resentment. With empathy, you see the why behind the request. Maybe your boss is under pressure or a colleague is overwhelmed. Understanding doesn't mean always saying yes, but it changes the conversation from conflict to collaboration. For example, when you get a late-night email, respond with empathy and a clear boundary. I see this is urgent, I'll tackle it first thing in the morning. This shows you understand their needs while protecting your own. Empathy builds trust and goodwill. People are more likely to respect your boundaries. Setting boundaries becomes a constructive dialogue, not a confrontation. Empathy is the bridge to better relationships and healthier boundaries. It's the key to being both kind and clear. Use it. Let's return to Sarah. After her wake-up call, she started learning about emotional intelligence. She began with self-awareness, daily emotional check-ins, and a simple journal. She noticed her anxiety peaked at 4 p.m., worrying about unfinished tasks. With this insight, she worked on self-management. At 3:45, she'd pause, breathe, and reset, breaking the cycle of panic. She prioritized essential tasks instead of feeling overwhelmed. Next, she used empathy to reset expectations at work. She talked to her boss about the weekly report, explaining her needs and understanding his. They agreed on an earlier deadline for data, ending late-night scrambles. The results were quick and transformative. She left work on time, had dinner with family, and started painting again. Her work improved. She was more focused and less exhausted. She didn't sacrifice her career, she enhanced it by reclaiming her life. Sarah's story shows change is possible through small, consistent emotional skill building. It's not about grand gestures, but daily practice. You can do it too. Work-life balance isn't about perfect schedules or better apps, it's an inside job. It's about building emotional intelligence, understanding your needs, managing your state, and communicating clearly. This is how you move from reactivity to intentional living. Your work and personal life can enrich each other, not compete. Building EQ is a journey, but small steps, like emotional check-ins and conscious pauses, create powerful change. Each success builds confidence and capacity. You learn to trust your feelings, set boundaries with compassion, and design a life that aligns with your values. If you feel overwhelmed or burned out, know you're not stuck. The tools are within you. Developing EQ isn't just a career skill, it's a life skill. The benefits reach every part of your life. You become a more present parent, partner, and friend. Start today. Check in with yourself. Take a deep breath before reacting. These small acts are powerful steps towards self-reclamation. By mastering your inner world, you can rewrite your life's script. Move beyond the myth of balance, create a life of genuine, integrated well-being.